Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 94 of my Manchester United Football Manager 2015 Let's Play. And today, it is another season that's going to get underway. Hopefully it'll be a more successful one in Europe. We did okay, but obviously Madrid were too good for us. But we've got to look back on our Premier League season as well. We were unbeaten. I actually haven't achieved that for a long time. Honestly, I've done careers. I did Manchester United in FM14 as well, even Arsenal. I wasn't unbeaten in a season. So, yeah, it was a great achievement for me, and I reckon that's where we can push on now. And now Champions League is the real goal. Obviously, Madrid is absolutely dominating. They did win again. Just before I analyse the transfers and talk about them and more transfers coming potentially or going out anyway, Champions League, we'll go to view stages because it's a new season. You can see there the previous game, obviously the huge one, the final that we couldn't make. Madrid bet Man City. It was a big game. It was a close game. See possession, shots. Benzema scored an early goal in the 5th minute. Yaya Toure. It was interesting that he got injured just 1 minute before that, and Milner got booked. So I'm not sure, what happened in that minute. Those couple minutes, craziness. Then Bradley got a red card, second yellow later in the game, which obviously made it hard for them. And both really, really good teams. But that means Man City's not in Europe next season, or they're not in Champions League this season. I'm pretty sure. If you go to the league table previous season, they came 5th. So they are in Europa League, but not Champions League. So they made the final, and they're not in it the following season. So that is interesting. So, yeah, there we go. It's going to be a big season coming up. So we'll analyse the transfers now. Obviously, they're going to be big and just heaps of action to talk about. Then we'll play the Community Shield against Liverpool. But, yeah, transfer history. And we've done really well this season. I'll talk about the finances, though. We've still only got 30% of transfer revenue made available. If we go to the board, we can't actually... Yeah, it's not there. Just increase wage budget or decrease junior coach. There's no to increase the percentage of transfer revenue made available. So the board, they're probably still thinking about the late last season, or even the second half of last season, from maybe January or something. We're in the red. And it was disappointing. And also there's another stadium expansion in progress that's going to be completed in 2018. So we're going to have to wait a bit for that. But yeah, that will be the second one as well. The second stadium expansion, I believe. So that's good. I suppose we're going to get more money in through that. So if we go back to the club, just see what it is right now. Yeah, it's all 62,000 it says right now. It says currently reduced by 12. Yeah, because, it's being, rebuilt. So you can understand that planned expansion. You can see that we're getting 16,000 more. So hopefully, that will benefit us in the future. We've got still all those high facilities and all of that. So that's cool. And we've got a hot prospect. One of our hot prospect, Kaju, who we signed the previous season, or 2015-16 season, for just under 11 million. He's still below that value. Definitely he'll be world class in the future. He's on loan at Everton, so you can see Premier League level world class potential for a right back. Again, that's something we may need in the future. But yeah, we'll go back and I'll analyze the transfers. As I said, we got more money coming in, which in most seasons I spend more. I can prove it here. Just last season, we pretty much spent double. We spent 182 million. We spent so much last year. A lot on young players as well, and big players, a good mix of both. And we only got 99 million coming in. So yeah, pretty much exactly double with that. So it's a better season in that way at least. And of course our transfer percentage, some people say don't make transfers, or don't sell your players, especially for a lot of money or whatever, because you won't get all the money. But the thing is, it still goes towards the club. That's really, really important. I still made good transfers. I maxed it out pretty much. I got zero transfer budget left, and obviously minimal available wage budget. I spent as much as I could really, and I did that well. And a lot of the money went into the club as well to keep that in a good stead, which I think it went perfect. But there's before I go to the big transfers, I released a couple players like Varela. He made some trouble. He didn't want to leave. Also, James Wilson, we let go on a free transfer. As a striker, I don't see him at the club in the future. I just don't think James Wilson is good enough, and that, of course, is the regen James Wilson for us. You see his scout report, only had potential to be a good Sky Bet League 1 striker in the future, but of course, hopefully that didn't trick you too much. And we got the original James Wilson fit and firing, and hopefully he can be a big striker for us this season after having a loan spell at Crystal Palace in the Championship. Scored 10 goals. Actually scored the most goals for his career for us in the first season. So you think he can do better than that. If not, he'll have a very good season. But we'll go back. We'll analyze the big transfers, and you're probably just looking at them. Wow, I didn't honestly expect this. The only player that was transfer listed that I sold was Axel Witsel, who of course came back from loan. No one really wanted him anymore. I didn't. You guys didn't. He just, he passed his time at Manchester United, even though in the first season he was pretty good, got over average 7 rating, and I still think he looks good as a player, and I probably would sign him again if I was a top 4 team, if I needed a centre midfielder that's versatile, can play a few positions, because he's still got good attributes. If he was a bit younger, I'd sign him again 4 seasons ago at 24, because passing really good. You can come up for a pen if you need, but then really strong mentals as well. I fully believe he's a good player, but we have made a lot of defensive transfers. Juan Cuadrado, of course, we were playing him as a right back. He became natural there, but he wasn't amazing defensively. Marking only 10, tackling 13, strength 8, weak in the air 6. So it's something got to look at, but you may look at my tactic now and I'm playing with a right winger. Maybe I shouldn't have, but you got to look at the age thing. He's 29. He's getting very close to that age where the value of players just drop dramatically. Once they hit 30, they just drop dramatically in a couple of seasons. In a couple of seasons, he'll be valued less than 20 million. Then a couple of seasons after that, he'll be valued, when he's at 32 or something, he'll be valued 5 million. So I believe it's really, really important to make the sale now, and to make actually a 3 million, it's probably, hardly anything. It's a little 3 million profit. We bought him for 42 million, and then we offloaded him to Real Madrid for 3 million. So he gets a good player from us, and we've got some good players from them, as you've probably seen. But also Rafael, you're thinking, you sold 2 right backs. Who are you going to play there? And the following sale as well. Rafael. Actually, before I confirmed and actually got the offer for him, I read a comment saying, and there's been a few, Rafael, sure, he looks good. He looks good as a player, but he makes errors. And even his first 3 games for PSG, of course, you got to allow for him some time to adjust to France, to French football, and just, France in general. Playing in a new country. That, of course, a language he doesn't speak. But he hasn't absolutely performed, has he? Hasn't been amazing, and that's something I noticed from him. He's probably rated, attribute-wise, one of the best right-backs in the game, but he doesn't perform that way, Sure, he's been decent average rating-wise again, but sometimes he just makes some errors in the big stages. And even, any time. Not heaps of errors, but crucial errors, when you don't want them. So we sold them for 40 million, and that deal actually, it was 20 million up front, then 20 million over 12 months. So we got heaps of clauses. I may go through them another time. It'll just make the video way too long. But we got him and some other players. We're still actually getting money in from De Gea, and that's a whole situation that always has to be talked about, the De Gea situation. People think, or some people anyway, judging off comments, that I never used him. I sold him from the start, which wasn't the case. Go back and watch the series. I sold him in January because he said he wanted to leave to play Champions League football. And then he went to Arsenal, and he was actually not performing well as well. That was the biggest situation. I have to prove that instead of just saying it. So we'll go to competitions. We'll go to Arsenal, who are actually not even playing in Europe at all this season, I believe. Who's this? Mark Bowler? Mark Bowler. It looks like an alright player. But anyway, if we go to the Premier League and we go to the previous season, we'll go view stages, and Mancini's actually the manager this season. So 11th season. Oh, not sorry. They came 11th last season, and Mancini is the manager this season. Obviously Wenger finished on a poor note. But yes, what I was going to say about David De Gea, sure, he looks world class and everything. And first season for us, he played 18 games and conceded 24 goals. Not really good in my books. And look at that, conceded 47 goals last season for Arsenal. You could argue that the defense wasn't good, but it's not like he's absolutely saved Arsenal. If he was world class, he probably would have. And you could still argue he is, but I don't think he's good as some people make him out to be. Like for me, Liali, he probably did better than him last season. Well, he did, ratings-wise and achievements for us wise. So yeah, that's a situation I feel I always need to address because people don't understand the whole situation. But we'll move on from that as it's definitely in the past and hopefully we'll be able to stay there from here on out. But I'm sure there will be other situations where it will come up. But yeah, Van Persie as well was probably a controversial sale as it was only 1.9 million. You're probably going to think that's hardly anything. Why didn't you just keep him? The thing is, he wanted to leave. Not he wanted to leave. He didn't want to listen to a contract because we haven't been playing him heaps. Like even last season, it was more so the first half of the season. We didn't play him a lot and he was not really happy. So he wasn't listening to a contract offer for me this season. So we let him go, and already he's finishing. Remember, it was 18, and now it's gone down to 17. That just showcase that he is going down. But we definitely didn't leave on hard terms or on bad terms. Like he was amazing for us. Even last season, he scored the most goals in the league. He has for us. Scored 24 in 23 appearances, and that's 15 starts in the league. 8 times off the bench. And scored 5 times in Champions League from 4 starts and 5 off the bench. So no doubt he can still score. But again, it's playing for the future. And that's why this series is going to go much longer. Because we have a wide range of talent that I want to be using. I don't want to just stop this. See, if I win Champions League this season, I wouldn't just stop it. Because we have all this talent coming through. And of course, you guys want to see that. That's what it's all built up to. And yeah, Real Madrid have 12 Champions League wins now. I think they've won 3 times in this save, which is crazy. They needed to be stopped. That's probably why we signed 3 players from them. Not the only reason, but yeah, we need to build our team in the best way to win Champions League. Jesse Lingard, he left as well. Actually, he was transfer listed. I think that's pretty much it. And again, we're sending like so many talents we have out on loan. I might go through them in another video where I just update the loan players, but you can see there all those loan players that are out on loan, because I still have a game to play in this episode. But probably the more exciting part, the beast coming in. Oh, I'm excited to talk about that. First big sign. Actually, I'll go by the date, just so you can know when they came in. Obviously, a couple of guys like Regions, they were agreed earlier, before. So Atakan Akdag, he's really good. He's out on loan as well, so he's going to be a good player for us in the future. He could be a winger, inside forward we're going to be playing with now. Tactic hasn't changed too much, but playing with wingers and just one striker opposed to the 3 strikers, he's going to be excellent. You can see his potential is there. It's high, potential to be a star, but he's not really quick, so he might find himself in a central role. That's something we'll think about. And also Moreno from Envigado. I believe also my next signing, James Rodriguez, he is from there as well. He started there. We'll check that. But yeah, Moreno, another good young centre-back coming through. We've got a couple of English guys in Preston, of course, and Pritchard. I'm not sure what to do with Pritchard this season. Might give him some games. But Moreno, again, he's got star potential. He's out on loan to a Cypriot team, so we'll see how he goes there. But also on the same day, he came in, James Rodriguez. This wasn't a stealing a player from Real Madrid kind of signing. It's kind of my YouTube where I started. My first ever signing I made. Well, not signing. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just have signing in my head because we signed him. The first ever save. Yeah, the same letter, save and signing. That's why I said that. Yeah, the first ever save I played in my Football Manager career on YouTube was FC Porto, and he was obviously at FC Porto then, and he was a good player for me. See, FC Porto around that time, and he came from that team, like I said, Envigado. So, and he's been amazing for them. And he's actually, he's not a young player anymore. He's 26 in the game. This is where he's got to step up. And like Ronaldo and Messi, they're like 32, 33, whatever they are now. And he's that age. He's got to be the best player in the game now. Like him and Neymar probably. So he's a magnificent player. He's probably like I've got so many favorite players like in real life, but I've liked him for a really long time since he was at FC Porto, and before he went to Monaco, of course. So actually, we signed him cheaper than Madrid did, which I'm happy with, and he killed it for them. But he needs to step up and be that star for us. He's our money signing. Maybe we have a couple this season, but yeah, he's the really big one for us. We've got a lot of those players now that are superstars. They got like Depay. You can just keep Royce. Just keep saying the names, but he's definitely going to be one of them. He could be our best player. We have a lot of players that could vie for that. But another region we signed from PAOK for only 2 million, Giannis Carabas, who is a left winger. You can see, and his value is actually 4.1 million. Sent him out on loan to Leicester City for this season in the Championship. Should start. So he signed him for 2 million, and he's already doubled that value. He's played, one under 21 game for Greece. And that's only, he's at 18, so he's going to be a good player. Again, he's got that it's leading potential, but he looks really well-rounded as a winger, especially when you, like all these 11s and 12s, and passing 14, technique 16, that could end up being 20, the technique. So, yeah, and he's pretty quick. That will develop as well. So he's a good talent that my scouts picked up. And also, another interesting signing, fairly cheap, and he could be a first-team player, Carlos Mane. He's a guy I had my eyes on for a very, very long time. I remember when I started this, and also on that day, I simulated, like on the beta, I simulated in the future, and this guy was one of the better valued and, of course, rated wingers in the game. And he's a guy that they would sign. Manchester United would sign him because he is Portuguese, or they're prone to signing Manchester United are prone to signing, Portuguese attacking players, most definitely, and he's one of those. Carlos Mane, I think he can be really, really good. He stepped up last season for Sporting. He had first 2 seasons, of course, developing as a player, I suppose, but that last season he stepped up over a 7 average rating, and he was value because I think he wanted to leave and Sporting let him go. So 7.5 million for a 23-year-old winger, and he's actually valued just below 10 million. So if anything, we can make a profit off of him if it doesn't go well, the signing. But he's got some nice attributes. Like, he's a guy, you look at his signing, he's not world class. Like, you compare to James Rodriguez, he's not that level, but he's a spark player. He can make an impact. Like, he's quick, good, that 16 crossing and dribbling, free kick taking as well, technique, off the ball, flair as well. So he's got those moves, and he can play both sides. Potentially striker if we really need him to. He's weak on the left foot though, but he's a guy that's a really bargain signing, I feel, for his ability. And Portuguese, 23. It doesn't say he can, like, potential ability is the same as current ability, but I feel he can improve. And you look at 2-star report, that's pretty poor, but you look at that, it's the same level as Rodriguez. So, of course, Rodriguez is not a natural winger, but still, it shows he's a quality signing. And also a couple free signings here. First one in Paulo Betancourt from some team. I have no idea. He wasn't even at them. Like, he left them. So he's a free signing completely. But he got a very good average rating. What's this? I'm guessing it's a Portuguese team. But he got a very good rating for them when he was 16 only, playing the first season. And centre-back, for me, signing on a free, not paying any kind of compensation or anything at all, he's going to be a player. I don't think he's going to be world class, but he's a guy we can make profit off in the future. Of course, we have amazing facilities as well, so yeah, he can be very good to make a little bit of profit, maybe a few million. Even Gianluca Gordino, we signed for a free from Bayern Munich. He played some games for them, but mostly in the reserves. You see he dominated there for them, and he's that kind of player that'll pick up a lot of assists. But he's gone out on loan to Watford for a season, so hopefully he can help them get promoted. Another player I've sold to Watford, it says, I put in the deal, I get a bit, like a couple million or something if they get promoted, so that's a good thing as well. I'm not sure which signing that was. Lingard. So I get a couple extra million if he helps them get promoted, or if Watford get promoted. It's a good thing. So that was a little positive, sending out on loan a player that's Premier League quality. Where are we? Yes, or a decent player for Premier League sides. Like, you look at this guy, and he would absolutely kill the Championship. It's just, he'll be like the best, like assisting kind of centre midfielder, deep line playmaker. Yeah, that kind of role. He would be easily the best player in that division. Also, a long time coming for Andrei Kotsenko, which was a pretty cheap-ish signing, 6.5 million. Determination 20, dribbling 17, and he's gone out on loan to this Omanola, which is another Cypriot team. So hopefully he can play consistently. Very good passer, very good dribbling. Again, high determination, pretty quick for a centre mid. So it will be nice if he can become into a good player. He's already played 8 under 21 games, so just 18 years of age. I think he started at 16 potentially, and this is where more signings came in. And if you look at the dates, this is when they came basically almost at the same time. But yeah, because Iker Casillas, he was the cheap signing pretty much. He was the signing like we sold Van Persie for cheap, then we signed Casillas for cheap. And this is the whole De Gea situation again as well, or just a goalkeeper in general. People say sign De Gea or like Rulli or something like that, world-class goalkeepers. But this is what happens. Just say we offer 40 million, suggest terms. They want 86 million. So that's way too much. That is way too much money, in my opinion, for a keeper that conceded 47 goals in 33 games last season, and who we already had in the first season conceded 24 in 18 and left us because things weren't the way he wanted them, because we weren't in Champions League. It's not, around 80 million, is 80 million worth, like, there's nothing for sure. We were unbeaten last season. We had no problems with Liali, and now we're Casillas, who's experienced, and look at that, he's going down in a couple attributes, but he's going up in a lot of important ones as well, like one-on-ones, first touch, command of error, not really first touch, but yeah, you don't want your goalkeepers stuffing up. So he's still a world-class keeper. He dominates. Look at those average ratings. Just compare that to De Gea. Like, look at that, man. Look at the difference, and we've signed him for cheap, and he's going to be maybe a goalkeeping coach. Like, he used to be the best goalkeeper in the world. He's always been world-class, of course, getting older now. Don't forget, he kept a clean sheet in the Champions League final against Man City. So he still got it. And again, those average ratings. So that's a bargain signing for mine. And it'll allow us to hopefully get him as a goalkeeping coach, of course, if he does want to go down that track. But he's, not sure he'll stay in the game. Obviously, we might talk to him in the future. But also, it's not just being well rated. Of course, there's something you look at, maybe the low handling. That's about it. But the rest important goalkeeping attributes are really, really high. It's his experience will make him even better than he looks rating-wise. So you don't look at that as, 1.5 report. 1.5 circles on this skin, not stars. But he'll be much better than that. Much, much better. Like, you would say he's better than Liali. And that 19 reflexes, 17 one-on-ones. What else? Communication is a really important attribute that I think that goes unnoticed as well. And finally, a signing. Like, you got to look at my signings. All potentially players that could have played right back. Cuadrado right back and Rafael right back, but John Stones can play right back and centre back. So we went with a guy who's probably world class in both positions. How much was it again for Sergio Ramos? 38 million. Big money, but it was still less than the Cuadrado 45 million and Rafael 40 million. So it was a little bit less than that. And again, it's experience. It's experience. That's what I wanted to get in more than anything. That was the main reason I signed this man. He's one of my favourite defenders. He used to be when he used to play like a fullback, right back, and that's the thing as well. He can play. Well, he's not natural at right back, but he's got the attributes as a... you look at his attributes, and he's not like just a general centre back, or he's got only centre back attributes. He's got, like the 12 dribbling as well. Off the ball's 13, not bad. Passing 14, technique 15. So he can get forward and, be dangerous in the attacking third, and potentially can play defensive midfield if desperately needed. So, I'm happy to get Sergio Ramos. I loved him when he used to have that long hair, and he was absolutely a beast. He still is. He's just like more like an experienced player now, I suppose, and absolutely killed it for Real Madrid. So I think those signings are... Surely this season, I think I have got it right. Like last season, we were absolutely amazing, but I feel we've brought more experience in now. Sergio Ramos and Iker Casillas, obviously, they did the job for Real Madrid. So it wasn't really the fact of taking them and weakening Real Madrid. It was more so just strengthening ourselves. We were signing the experience we need at the back, and hopefully that will be able to tell. And also, Rodriguez, he is 26. So he's experienced internationally, 51 games. for his country. So he's experienced in that way as well. And of course, it's not going to hurt to weaken Real Madrid, but I'm sure they'll make their own signings. I'm not sure who yet, but defensively, they're kind of lacking at the minute, like Pepe, Dede, and Varane. So I'm sure they already signed Onir Kivrak. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name. You can see how he looks. I wouldn't say he's world class, but yeah, we'll see. So now we're going to move into the first game of the season, which is against Liverpool. And we've got Hirving Lozano, 19 million off from Chelsea. There's some different clauses in there, like after he scores 10 goals, 10 games for his country. But if all those come through, after he plays 50 games for Chelsea, all of that, we can get 19 million. So this is the team we're going to go in with, and I might just show you the captains and stuff. Phil Jones is captain for this season. Sergio Ramos is like rated the best along with Casillas. So Sergio Ramos. He has experience for being captain for Madrid, and also, wait, how is there two Sergio Ramoses? I'll take that off. Sorry, I'm just surprised that could have worked. But yeah, then Casillas, the backup. And I don't think the other ones will matter because he'll start most games. But of course, we're still going to... I kind of did that. I wanted to give Liali a go. But if he didn't do good, then we had, Casillas waiting in the wings. But I want to start Casillas. We'll see how world class he actually is. If he actually, pulls off some amazing saves and that. And set pieces, just got the general. We've got amazing set pieces now. Just look at these corners and high free kicks. And you can see who I've selected there. So it's looking sweet pretty much. So starting 11 for this game, you can probably see I'm playing a few players for match fitness because we didn't have a huge amount of friendlies. We had about 5, I think. We had actually a testimonial game for, what's his name? For Tim Howard, actually. And Everton ended up winning that. I didn't control that. That's like a friendly. So the assistant just controlled it. But the rest we won, apart from Bayern Munich 0-0. But you don't take too much out of the friendlies. But I will be starting a few players, James Wilson, or I may, especially if we signed, James Rodriguez now, you might refer, depends how good he does, I might refer to him as James Wilson this season. We'll see how he goes. I think I did a few times in the first season, didn't I? If you remember way back then, I referred to him as James Wilson because he did absolutely amazing. But he's going to be starting because he needs match fitness. Same with like Januzaj, or not Januzaj, he's got fitness. Mane, Oliver, and Iniesta. You can see with those like 80 conditions, high 80s and low 90s, like Will Hughes as well. And we dropped out. This is definitely not going to be the starting 11 for the Premier League most important games. It's about getting the match fitness into players that haven't got that yet, like Bernat as well. Iniesta, Oliver. So it's not absolutely crucial to win this game, but I think I will anyway. Even though it's not our strongest team, we're still really good. Centre back is still really, really strong. Belanta's still looking as good as ever. Beastly player. Not going to judge him too harshly on the red card in Champions League because it's a pressure situation. And him and Phil Jones arguably are the two best centre backs in the game right now. Preston's going to push him for that. He's developed so well, and he's going to be... Actually, you're probably thinking, who else am I going to play at right back apart from Sergio Ramos when he can? I'm teaching Rowan Presslin. I'm going to develop him into a complete wing-back because we have a lot of centre-backs coming through, don't we? And he's got the attributes. Like, when we first got him, he reminded me instantly of Sergio Ramos, his attributes. Like, because he's a bit attacking attributes for a centre-back because he could play right-back as well. So if we mould him into that, he could be very, very good. He's got decent pace. He's not overly quick, but he's got good stamina as well. So, we're going to mould him into a right back because, you look at the crossing. That's not normal for a centre back to have 12 crossing. He's obviously, especially for 12. What was I going to say? Oh, 12 crossing for a 17-year-old. That's going to develop. Could be 14, 15 in the future if we mould him into that kind of player. So, especially like we have heaps of centre backs coming through. Not just Pritchard as well. We've got a few others. Just if I go a quick search. Moreno, who we signed, and Kirillov, and Hayes Vallejo is still going out for another season on loan. So we've got heaps of those guys coming through. And you might say as well, Sergio Ramos. I'm trying to cover all the potential things someone is going to say about my signings here, honestly, because there's heaps of stuff. Also, Rafe Husic out on loan. Hopefully he can develop and he can overtake from Casillas as well with his potential. Don't forget, he was a wonder kid in the game, it said. We got Kaju. I told you already about his, look at those high attributes, man. Could be, next season. And Baltramone, they both can play left back and right back. And then, in the under 18s, we've got Kenny Anthony. Look at that, high potential, reports, leading Premier League left back in the future. And can he play right back as well? Yeah, could potentially teach him. And he's either footed, so we might look to mould him into a right back. And he's developing absolutely amazing right now. And Grant Hutchin, left back, leading Premier League potential. And Alan Burton, who we got in the youth intake last year. He's 16. And he's got world-class potential. So we've got a lot of fullbacks, and then the centre-backs as well. So that's covered. If you think maybe, like, the only... Yeah, Sergio Ramos is the really older guy, But if we want to win Champions League, 31 is the right age for a player. 31, 32, you need those experience. And yeah, Phil Jones, captain now. I reckon he'll lead the club, having the captain, playing at centre-back. So what an introduction. Hopefully, this time we can beat Liverpool. So, yeah, hopefully a lot of you guys like the longer episodes, especially for the transfers, like start of the season and that, because... I like covering that. I like talking about my signings and all that kind of stuff, and it's good to have. And I will, because it's such a change, because you don't know how good other teams are going to be. I'm going to play every single game in this season, so I'll do 2 games per episode, apart from this one, of course. Yeah, 2 games an episode until if I do end up dominating the league, and then I'll start, playing a bit more off camera if it does come. But you don't know. It's Football Manager. We may have a poor season. You don't really know how it's going to pan out. So... James Wilson going to be leading the line. Of course, last time we played against Liverpool, they beat us on penalties in the FA Cup, so hopefully we won't suffer the same fate. It's a similar team, really, and you look at this is not our best team, but you look at a signing like Carlos Mane. I'm sure some people might not think he's an amazing signing, but for the price, again, was it 7.5 million? Oh, yeah, that's a great... cheap signing. If it doesn't go well, we can make profit. But he's a guy, I don't know, he just looks cool as well. Just his style, his hair as well. He just looks like almost like a rapper or something. But like he looks cool. Like he's a player I wanna see do well. Like, or at least I'm interested to see how well he does. Anyone else? Januzaj, I want him to step up, and James Wilson. Even those 3 players, I want to see how they go. Do you ever have that player in your team? Sergio Ramos. I have never managed him in Football Manager before. This is just insane stuff happening right now. And Oliver, who I really like as a player, amazing attributes, signed last season. Flair 20, which is amazing for a central player. Dribbling 18, passing 18, technique. He's got the right attributes to be absolutely amazing. And Will Hughes, I want him to step up as well. I could just go on for days. And Casillas, I want him to make some good saves in this game and all of that. But obviously, I don't want to see us concede too many chances. So yeah, hopefully we can go in. We'll say passionately, we owe Liverpool after what happened last time. Come on. And even, it's funny how Ramos got motivated by that, but he didn't play in that game. And even, I was going to say, Casillas didn't get a good reaction from that, or Mane, because they didn't play in that game. But yeah, Sergio Ramos did. But come on, I love this team now. Like, this team looks amazing. We'll just adjust this. Whoa. This could start amazing, or it could start badly. I'm happy with my team. Let's see how we go. And of course, we're playing with wingers now. We'll see how that goes. Come on. Ramos finds Mane. Oh, man. We're getting so excited here. The 2 new signings combining. Oh, lads. I am so excited right now. James Wilson. Hopefully he can have a big season. Januzaj. Okay pass. Bernat. Come on. Put it in. Put it in. Iniesta to strike one. It's Mane. Oh, he's offside. Man, I don't know about you, but I think he can be an absolute superstar, Mane. Just looking at his attributes, man, his attributes look really, really solid. He looks like a general winger, really. Really, really good winger. And still young enough, 23. He's not going to get worse as a player, that's for sure. Come on, get stuck in here. Tackle him. I know clicking does nothing. Oh, Sterling. Raheem Sterling. What a save, Casillas. Come on, Casillas. Makes a save early. That's going to do wonders for his confidence as well. And yeah, knowing we do have a world-class goalkeeper. And he's still got that ability. Origi. Well done, Phil Jones. Maybe we can counter here. Come on, Adnan. I reckon he could almost have a Depay-like season. Maybe not goal-wise, but in dominance. Oh, no. Oh. I had visions of that being a red card, but yeah, come on, win this header. Well done, Januzaj. Like I said, I reckon he can have a huge impact. He's going to play a lot more this season. Wilson, look, play this! Carlos Mane, swapping the wings. I do have that in the instructions as well. I forgot to tell you. So that's obviously I'm going to need those players to be good on both wings, and they're going to swap to add a bit more. Oh, Peno maybe? Ooh. So yeah, just to prove that, I'm pretty sure I do have it. because that's the only expectation or explanation, for Mane to be on the other side. But yeah, if we click on Januzaj there, just they've swapped. They've swapped here. So I'm not sure where it exactly says it, but you can see they've swapped positions. So yeah, I don't really need to prove that too much, as you can see that by itself. But yeah, that's a good thing, I feel, in big games, like when they try and maybe mark one of those dangerous players. Yeah, them swapping wings would obviously trying to allow them to come loose or something like that. Like not be as tightly marked by the player, because that will obviously switch up their setup, what they're trying to do. So hopefully that will be the case anyway, and they can become more free in a wide role. But here, James Wilson, he got past so well there, James. He just hit it straight at Mignolet. We've had an amazing start to this game. I'm happy. We don't have to win this game by 5-0 or something. The signs are there. Exciting signs, but I am going to say aggressively, I'm far from pleased, because again, that's what gets the good reaction. But in my head, I'm happy. Slight change to the tactic as well, not drastically, because of course that will be very silly. We had an amazing Premier League season last season, and obviously want to continue. Imagine if you come 2 seasons in a row unbeaten. Wow, that would be insane. How much games, because I don't know the previous season, how much of the last few games I was unbeaten, so I'll have to look back on it. But yeah, that'll be insane. But I'm sure I won't go unbeaten 2 seasons in a row in the Premier League. That's a big ask. That is a big ask. Come on, Janmat. Here's Chan. Finds Anderson. But we may have to make changes if we're not going to score here. But they have a chance. It's Sterling. Raheem Sterling. He tried to be a bit cheeky there. That was no deflection. He just thought he had the skill, but obviously he didn't. James Wilson. Is he good enough? Do you think he's got... Of course, he's still got a bit of potential in him. Potentially but not absolutely world class. But for me, he's going to be the backup striker to... Well, I get Zivkovic is not playing this game. He's already had his match fitness, so we'll just bring on Royce. Is Royce natural striker? Yeah, he's natural striker. I'll have faith in Royce. Or even Munir. Munir need more... Yeah, Munir. He's going to step up, and he's going to play Champions League this season. Hopefully, we should be able to register everyone. Who's not playing too well? Oliver? I reckon this is where we'll bring on the big guns. We'll bring on Romero. We'll put him in advanced playmaker, see how he goes. And then, James Rodriguez, he needs to come on here. Mane, so he was okay. Only a 6.8 rating. He's going to come off, but showed me signs, and actually, we just know this for a second. But they're going to swap anyway. That's in the roles. But might as well have him in a more preferred, I'm teaching him to play right wing to become natural, just so you know. Then Munir will say there's a lot more to come from you. Lucas Romero, I reckon he'll have a beastly season. He did last season anyway. But yeah, we'll say I have faith in you. And there we go. And yeah, Will Hughes is playing that defensive midfield role. Obviously that will be rotated with him. And even Pirlo this season a bit. Won't play as much. He's there. Will be very good for training, experience with a guy like Will Hughes. Oh, come on. It's Martinez. It's Sterling again. He's had a lot of chances, but he hasn't done anything. Lucas Digne, what is he going to do? Puts it in. Get rid of this. Come on, no silly mistakes. Oh, Janmat. Oh, good tackle. Now hit him on the break. James Rodriguez. What is he going to do in midfield here? Oh, just look at that running pass. Wonderful to watch. Munir comes on. Munir! Oh, almost a wonder goal. What a chance. I'm surprised. Both teams have had chances in this game. Sterling for them. He's been around with a few chances, but I suppose, both teams haven't had more. We've only had 8 shots in total. So that's not a whole lot. Come on. Make it count now. Oh, well done, Hughes. He's really good in that role, isn't he? Oh, here we go. James Rodriguez. Oh, come on, lad. You need to finish that. And now he's going to take the corner. Great set piece taker. Romero. What is he going to do? Create some space. And Lucas Leiva. He's not one of the best players in the world, but he's good at his role that he plays for the team as defensive midfielder. A very good marking kind of player. Good tackler. All of that. As you saw there, but Chan, Balotelli, Coutinho, Martinez! Oh no. Is it going to be another final loss? I know it's early in the season, and it's almost treated as a friendly kind of game. As you saw, we definitely didn't select our best team. But I thought, yeah, we had the chances as well. We had the chances to take the lead. Oh, man. I improved the team with experience. We still have Ramos in the back there, Casillas, but there's that problem still there. Unless we do something in the last 15. Come on, Januzaj. Oh, this is frustrating. What are they doing? Mignolet. There might be actually a chance here. Balotelli. Tackle him. Don't tell me they're going to score another. Coutinho. Coutinho again. It's Martinez. Had to deal with that. Come on. You have to team talk him. Something. Assertively. Push forward. We'll see. There still may be a chance here. Who the hell knows, man? It's Janmat. Come on. Can't I change? Like, nah. We just played poor. We could probably move up to a centre mid. Put Hughes. But then Hughes is preferred. I could just put him as central midfielder. Attack. We have to attack here. Come on. Maybe put him advanced playmaker. Or now put maybe Januzaj. Oh, not Januzaj. So Iniesta. Huh. Come on, man. Anything else? Maybe you need to go a bit more direct passing here. Maybe even a higher tempo. We're playing that higher defensive line. I don't know. We'll try that, I suppose. Confirm changes. Obviously, yeah, I've changed things with this tactic, so it may not be absolutely perfect. It will just be tough to lose again, you know? Like, I never want to lose. Like, this is technically a final. You could see it as practice for a Champions League. But, again, it's early in the season. I've rested a lot of my players, like Depay. Royce hasn't come on. Just so much players. Zivkovic, probably our best striker now. Yeah. We can go overload. Anything else? Go route 1. Pump the ball into the box. Not really our style, but you have to get it forward, yeah? Maybe we can allow them to roam from positions. Maybe we can play wider here. I don't know, just trying to experiment with something late. We could get a late chance. But yeah, it's not going to happen here. Unless, maybe, nah. Come on, and it's over. But yeah, I'm not going to get mad. This is early season. Players are not even match fit yet. So, yeah, people don't really treat this kind of game too importantly. I'm going to say you were unlucky today, and they get a good reaction from that, which I've never thought makes sense, but I'll take it. Yeah, for me, it's more about the performance going into the Premier League, because I'd rather win the first Premier League game than lose it. If I'll take a loss in here and hopefully, yeah, win in the league. But yeah, we dominated possession. Shots probably as well. How about clear-cut chances, as that's what people think is the most important. Liverpool still had 4, so maybe we shouldn't play as a higher defensive line. That's probably, because yeah, we don't, I took off the offside trap, so maybe we still, maybe I'll just take that off. I don't know whether to drop deeper or push higher up. I'll just leave it, yeah, without any of, yeah, dropping deeper or push higher up. If you want to, yeah, leave your thoughts on that. Yeah, we'll keep it. We still want to play higher tempo with short passing, like a very, yeah, high tempo, skillful game. But yes, that's going to be it. Any interesting messages? Liverpool, credit to them. They win the amazing competition that is the Community Shield that we've won the previous 2 years. So yeah, we can't retain that, unfortunately. They praise Rodgers, but yeah, we're turning much greater attention into the Premier League games, and of course Champions League, very important this season. So leave your thoughts on my signings. Again, hopefully you think they're good. Leave your feedback on them at least. If you don't think they're good, leave in the comments anyway, but I think I try to explain every single reason why I made each signing, and certain players I didn't sign, which I feel it's a good decision for me personally. But of course, I'd love to see your thoughts, and then we can probably see if it's a good decision or not throughout the season if players flop for me or not, but usually that is not the case. Usually they show they are a pretty good signing, like guys like Depay absolutely dominating, and I've signed so many players, so I can't go through them all, but hopefully enjoyed it anyway. Again, I'll start recording 2 games again, hopefully get an episode out per day, and yeah, just leave your feedback. Again, don't take that result too seriously, because it's only more or less a friendly game. So hopefully you enjoyed it anyway. Drop a like, and I'll see you guys next time.